What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys haven't seen the previous video, we went to the 18th annual NorCal EF vs DA meet, and that explains why my face is burnt. Also in the last video, we went to my buddy's shop to drop off my brother's all-wheel drive S1 header for Cerakoting, so we can kind of contain the heat a little bit with the ram horn style in the engine bay. Now, I didn't come here in the garage today to work on the car. I came out here to feed the outside cats, and I was kind of standing around just kind of looking at some of the stuff to do here in the upcoming week, but I figured I wanted to do just some small little things here and there, some changes in my brother's engine bay, and I'll take you guys along with that. So we're gonna be working on my brother's car here a little bit. The sun is already setting, but I think what I'm gonna do here with my brother's car is change out the throttle body, see if the one that I have will work. If it does, we'll install. If it doesn't, we'll run the factory one. Let's go ahead and pop the hood of my brother's car and assess the throttle body situation. Now, because we're changing a lot of stuff in the engine bay of my brother's car to hopefully make a little more power next time we go to the dyno, I figured let's change out the throttle body, because this is factory. I don't know if this is like a 68. I don't know what the factory K-series throttle body size is, but I have a 70 mil that I bought and never used. So I figured if it works in this car, we'll use it. So let's go ahead and pop this off a little bit. The only thing that was concerning to me was the idle air control valve. There are two styles, so I don't know which one he has on here, the bolt pattern to fit the aftermarket one that I have, but we're gonna find out. So we got a TPS right here in the front. This right here, probably just set you guys down here a little bit. Nope, sun's that way. Take off these two bolts right here. 2017. We made do with what we had and the little knowledge I had of K-series. P75 bracket on another bracket that I made for the throttle body cable has been working perfectly. Probably gonna end up pulling this off as well too later to give it a nice coat of paint, because it is kind of rusted out. This was a piece of pipe that I welded up a while ago. No bead roll. I just stuck it on here just to have an intake. We have some hoses down here for the idle control valve, and the plug for the idle control valve down here as well too. So unplug that. Okay. Pop that off. Pop that off. Okay, something weird is going on here. This one has a weird stud at the bottom, and then this one's a 14 millimeter bolt and not a 12. Why is that? I'm really curious to know why there's a 14 millimeter bolt for a throttle body. There's usually always 12 mil. Okay. That is very interesting to know. You can tell from this line right here, this is much larger than the throttle body, the inlet to the supercharger. You guys see that? Interesting. RTV, why? I don't know. But that is such a weird passage. Interesting. All right, not gonna lie to you guys, this is my spare RBC intake manifold, same one that I run in the EF sedan, and this is an eBay throttle body. I actually had this sitting around for a while, and I didn't want to switch it over because I wanted the B series sensors and everything, and this has just been sitting on standby. So this is supposed to bolt up directly to a PRB, which is what this throttle body is. This is an RSX Type S, and I have the idle control valve blocked off right there, right? And for my brother's car, I want to keep it obviously, but there are two different bolt patterns for the idle air control valve. Same thing for the single cam and B series guys, but I remember on Isai's car we deleted it because it was the opposite one that we had, and I think he has the correct one now, but you know, obviously I hadn't seen him in a cool ass minute. All right, same bolt pattern. You see top left, Cool, cool. Honestly, I don't even know. Oh, it does have the gasket on there. Okay, so that's good. Just want to show you guys really quickly. I don't know what millimeter that is, but you know, we're gonna try to throw whatever bolt-ons we can to gain a little more power. So the throttle body, definitely, you know, I want to upgrade it while we already have it. And I've ran eBay throttle bodies for a very long time, and a lot of my previous cars have them, and they've worked great. 40 bucks, you can't beat it. But let me see, I'm gonna do it in millimeters, zeroed out. Okay, factory one, I said 68 earlier. Oh my goodness, this is a 65, right? So let's go ahead and zero back out. This is a 70 mil, right? 70 mil. K series love to breathe, so 70 mil. I'm pretty sure it's a 70 mil. 69-ish, about 70. Let's just say that's 70. Pretty close, right? So now I'm gonna go ahead and just take this off and just make sure that, you know, at least the bolt pattern and stuff would line up before we do the idler control valve and all that. I don't want to do all the work and then it doesn't work. So this one already has the barb there. This one already has the barb here. I don't remember if I Teflon that or not. I'm gonna take it off, double check it, but let's grab some Allen keys right there. Brand new gasket. I'm gonna go ahead and measure the supercharger as well, see where that's sitting at. For some reason it looks oval to my eyes, but I'm certain that this is freaking oval. 68, so it's almost a 70. And then going sideways here, it's kind of hard to do sideways because it doesn't fit, but so right there. Oh, that's okay. It's just about, it's still oval, 68 and 70 mil, but okay, the throttle body should work then. Oh wow, I just noticed that this is a new hole tapped at the bottom for the other throttle body that came off. Oh, and this one as well too. This has been re-drilled. What the heck? Oh wow, I just realized that there's a nut in the back. Huh. Interesting. Wait, did I do this? Is the 8th gen drive-by wire and I converted it to cable-driven throttle body? 2017 is a long time ago, I don't remember. Oh dang. Okay, we got some mods to do. Well, at least I have time cert kits now, if anything. That is such a small inlet to the supercharger. Kind of weird, but I took off the snout because I didn't want to modify this on the supercharger and have a bunch of debris and stuff going inside. So I took it off and it looks like it's just sealed with an O-ring, so that's good to know. And I put the gasket on and I just wasn't comfortable with how much like overlay it has. So which way does this go on? It goes on like this. And then if you align this hole here, which is what I did earlier, I put a bolt in here, right? This hole is off. This one's obviously off. Wasn't sure how I even got this one to work, but I guess I did open up this one for a 14 mil, and then this one's kind of ovaled. You can't see it, but I don't know why I did that, if I did that. But what I want to do is I want to probably fill it and then re-drill it, because I have gas from my welding machine now. I could probably do it. But the other thing I was talking about, the overlay, is this is a 70 mil gasket, and you can see how much of the inlet kind of overlaps, and then on the opposite side it's like hanging over. So the amount that it's missing here is actually down here. I don't know if I want to port this or fill the holes and then move the gasket up to get this gasket to line up with this hole, and then this one line up with this edge here. So or I can just port it. I don't know. I do want to clean up this casting a little bit right here. You can see all this lips right there. I mean, I think a ported snout would do some justice as far as flow goes, but I don't even know if people really upgrade throttle bodies. But I know Merc Racing has like a giant 80-90 mil throttle body, but you know, we're not trying to go that excessive. Let me brainstorm what I'm going to do right here. What's up? I randomly had a subscriber pull up to the pad right now, and he was asking me if I can work on his supercharger with the inside cooler I did for a buddy of mine a couple of years back. But anyways, lost a lot of daylight because I'm trying to figure out what I want to do as far as my throttle body situation. And I think what I'm just going to do is on the inside here, you guys probably can't see it because it's so dark, but this lip, when air goes in, it's not going to hit anything on the housing because it overlaps, you know, not into this housing. Bottom, you can see that it's hitting the housing itself. So I'm just going to mark it, and I'm just going to lightly port this for better flow of the air coming through a throttle body, right? So let me show you guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and port to that line, or close to that line. I don't want to overbore it. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill these two holes right here, right? And then I'm gonna put the gasket on, punch it, drill it. I'm probably gonna time thread it because I don't have the threader to thread this. And then we're gonna use these two original holes to bolt the throttle body down. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, just to keep it plain and simple. I was going to fill all 4 holes to move the throttle body up, to drill new holes and then bolt it down that way, but I don't have that much space right here on the top, right? That's like 1/4 of an inch. So let's do that. So guys, look at my funny contraption with my 2 vise right here to hold up this snout to port out the inlet. So this is ported out to a 70 mil. Now this was a 70 mil one way, and it was like 69 the opposite. And with the throttle body gasket on, we knew how much we had to go. So we shaved it enough to where it is now aligned with the gasket for the throttle body, and it has a smooth transition. I did move up the grits on the sander here to make it nice and smooth, and this right here should flow a ton better. All the casting marks are chopped down, and the only part I didn't really get to is like all the way up here, which I'm not really worried about. But yeah, this right here should work a ton better than how it was when we started. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and just clean everything up. Obviously we lost the daylight here, but I'm gonna clean this up nice and thoroughly, and then we'll see you guys at the welding table. So I just prepped the metal, and I had it on my heat gun for 10 minutes. The aluminum super hot. I just realized that I don't have any aluminum rods. This is all that I have left, like 1.5 foot of 3/32, and I'm hoping that this is enough to fill in these holes, but definitely got to order some more. Last night I ran out of filler rod, and what I ended up doing was I cut pieces of aluminum to use it as a filler for the backside for the most part. And this one right here, still a little hole to fill, but I'm not worried about it because the front side is fully sealed off, so we can drill a new hole and time thread it. So right now I'm going to use my flap disc to smooth this down almost all the way. Still have a little high spot, and then I'm gonna paint this up, and hopefully we can just deck it. I really need to upgrade this to a bigger one. I like the one that Kel has, but you know, I don't really have a place for it. But anyways, hopefully we have enough grit on the belt to get that nice and flat. I do have a little low spot right here in the corner, but I'm not too worried about it. The gasket, you know, will seal this off obviously, but right now I need to figure out where the other 2 holes are at. Got the gasket. Alright guys, we got the new bolt pattern for the throttle body. And my phone's ringing. So the throttle body is fully secured, and that ported snout right there, no more lip. The air should flow a lot smoother, and I also took a little bit of time to port the inside as well too, just a little bit. I didn't have the correct size to like get in between these corners right here, but this should flow a lot smoother than the factory casting that it came with all those little ripples on there. But all we need to do is put the outer control valve on. I'll probably get a different TPS sensor because I don't want to take the factory one off the factory throttle body for whatever reason. We have that one already pre-calibrated to go back on if we decide to change this later down the road. But I'm gonna go ahead and just do that and put the O-ring and stuff back on and get this thing back up in the supercharger. We lost a lot of daylight again, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I was struggling with the TPS sensor for a second. I do have K-Pro. I could have just made my life easier and just plug up the ECU and calibrate the TPS, but I wanted to do this the factory way, like without K-Pro, and I just couldn't get it to read on the freaking multimeter. I don't know if I just wasn't making connection to the pins or anything. And I did have the versatile TPS calibration tool, but it's for a B series sensor, so it wouldn't have worked on the K. So I was like, you know what, wasted a lot of time through the K Pro in the car, and hook up with the laptop and all that and calibrate TPS, load it up. We read 0 at no throttle and 100 at wide open, so everything's all good here. Throttle body's back on. I made a new bracket for the cable. We had the P75 that was on here before, and then I had found this random one in my toolbox, and sure enough it fitted. I just had to drill a new hole right there, and then I took the bracket off, painted it black because it was rusted before. Look at that, that would cause an issue right there. So anyways, this is nice and loose, not super tight. Hopefully the throttle body works out well. I need to hook up the outer air control valve vacuum down low, and also plug it back in because I had a couple check engine lights for IAT and outer control valve, which is right here. Plug that up real quick. There you go. So I was gonna build an intake as well, but I completely forgot that I don't have any filler rods, so I cannot build an intake in this video. So I'll you know, kind of gather everything that I have and probably build it in the next video or whatever, because tomorrow I should be getting the header back, and then literally header install, and we'll probably do the intake as well too, and that's pretty much going to button it up for my brother's car, aside from him taking it to the muffler shop to get the exhaust upgraded. But we're almost there, we're almost there. So right now I'm going to clean up all of my tools and everything, and I think before we wrap it up for tonight, I don't know if I shown you guys this or if I shown you guys the mirror while I'm driving this car town to town, but before I started driving this car again, when it was parked over there, I found my mirror on the floor, and I was like, what the heck? So I guess the adhesive kind of wore off and the glass fell to the floor, and then when I tried to put it back on, I guess I was pressing on it a little too hard, and I cracked the mirror. So I need to replace this. I did buy, I want to say I bought a pair of CRX mirrors from the yard, which is black, because I don't really like the paint match. It looks too newish for me, and I'm gonna try to find it in the garage so I can switch out both of the mirrors to the black one, and I'm sure it doesn't have a cracked mirror on it. So I'm gonna clean it real quick, and then hopefully we can get that done tonight as well too. So it turns out the spare set of mirrors that I bought from the junkyard, OEM black ones, were actually installed on the H2B CRX. The reason why I say that is because the only mirrors that I found were the mirrors that are from the H2B CRX, which was painted white. So I guess another day we'll spend some time to prep this all up and paint it trim black, and then we'll get these installed into the KRX. But as far as tonight goes, we're gonna wrap it right here. I wanted to do more, but I didn't realize, you know, me swapping the stock throttle body for the 70mm from eBay was going to take a little more work than I had hoped for. I thought it was just going to be pop off, put on, and then it turns out I was the one that modified the throttle body for the supercharger. So to do it right, I welded up the holes and drilled a new pattern for the K20 throttle body, because I believe the supercharger was patterned for like a drive-by-wire throttle body. So we spent more time to do all that. And part of doing all that, we ported the snout, and you know, I spent a little time doing the TPS calibration stuff. But regardless, progress is better than no progress, and I'm stoked to finally get the throttle body put on so we can move on to the final stuff once we get the header you know, returned from the powder coating. So as far as tonight goes, we're gonna wrap it up for this video, and I hope you guys enjoy the progress update on my brother's supercharged car. We're one step closer to getting it back to the dyno in hopes of making a little bit more power. If you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a thumbs up, and if you guys want to stick around for more progress on the driveway, because I think I'm gonna switch over to working onto my sedan a little bit, because I want to really dial it in now since the car is tuned, and I want to drive, enjoy POV, some Mexico stuff. If you guys want to stick around and see all that, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.